My beloved child. I see how each day begins for you, sometimes with hope, other times with heaviness. Yet in every moment, you keep trying. Even when doubt clouds your heart, you still reach for me. And that moves my heart deeply. I have never left your side. Every tear, every sigh, every silent prayer, I have heard them all. There are times you wonder if I see the pain you're carrying, or if your voice gets lost in the silence of the world. But hear me now, I have always been here. I am closer than your breath. The ache you feel in your soul. I see it. The questions you whisper in the dark. I hear them. You are not invisible to me. In fact, you are the very one I long to comfort. Each morning that you rise, uncertain yet willing, I see your courage. I know how hard it can be to keep going when you feel unseen and unheard. But I want you to know, your faith, even if the size of a mustard seed, is precious to me. You may look at your life and see messes, delays, and prayers yet unanswered. But I see roots growing deep. Like the seed buried in soil, unseen yet alive, so is your faith, developing strength to sustain the blessings I'm preparing for you. There's a process unfolding within you. It's not always visible, not always quick, but it's shaping something eternal. Trust me in the waiting. Trust me in the silence. Not all growth is loud. I've watched how you've cried for your family, how your heart breaks for the ones who've turned away. You long to see them healed, to see them walk in truth. I've heard those prayers. Every single one. Even if change feels slow, like the faint light of dawn stretching toward morning, don't stop praying. Don't stop loving. Your faith is working in ways you can't yet see. Speak with kindness, even when frustration rises. Show patience, even when they reject you. I haven't called you to carry the outcome, I've called you to carry my love. It is not your job to change hearts. That's my work. Your role is to sow, to water, and to believe. So, let your words be seasoned with compassion. Choose gentleness over anger. Speak life, not because they always deserve it, but because you are filled with my spirit. Let me do what only I can do. I promise, not one tear you've shed has been wasted. Not one prayer has been ignored. I am moving, even when you don't see it. Stay faithful. Stay soft-hearted. I am near. And I am not finished. I know there are days when you feel overwhelmed, when the weight of life presses hard and you wonder if you're strong enough to endure. But hear me, strength does not begin with striving. It begins with surrender. I never asked you to carry this alone. I never expected perfection. What I long for is your heart, open, honest, and willing. When you come to me not pretending to be strong, but admitting your need, that's when my power shines the brightest in you. You may feel like you're falling short, like your best still isn't enough. You remember promises you made to yourself, to change, to be better, and yet you find yourself stumbling again. But I am not keeping score. I am extending grace. Do not let guilt chain you. Do not let shame define your story. When you fall, come to me. I won't reject you. I won't turn away. My arms are open, ready to lift you up, cleanse your heart, and place your feet on solid ground again. I see the longing within you, a desire to serve, to be useful in my kingdom. Yet you question, can God still use someone like me? My answer is simple, yes. 1,000 times, yes. Your past does not disqualify you. Your mistakes do not cancel your calling. I use the broken, the humble, the ones who know their need for me. Whether you're young or advanced in years, whether you feel equipped or completely unsure, I have a plan. You don't need to have every step figured out. Just be willing to say, here I am, Lord. Use me. And I will. A kind word, a prayer whispered in secret, a quiet act of love, these may seem small to you, but they are mighty in my hands. Eternity is shaped by the unseen seeds you plant. What you do in love will never be forgotten. So don't compare your journey with others. Their path is not yours. Their timeline is not your own. I have crafted your life with divine care. You are not late. You are not behind. You are exactly where you need to be, for I am guiding every step. When others misunderstand you, when they mock your devotion or question your heart, look to me. Your identity is not found in their approval, but in my love. I see you fully, and I call you chosen. So walk boldly, not in your own strength, but in mine. You are not walking alone. My precious child. You've faced storms that no one else has seen. Battles no one else could name. And still, you're here, holding on, believing when it would have been easier to walk away. I want you to know, I see the hidden courage it takes to keep trusting when everything around you whispers defeat. When the voices of doubt rise up, trying to convince you that nothing will ever change, remember what I've spoken to your heart in the quiet moments. I am faithful. Not sometimes. Always. There will be seasons where your prayers feel unanswered, your steps uncertain. But even in that quiet, I'm moving behind the scenes. My silence never means absence. It means I'm working in ways you cannot yet see. I understand how weariness creeps in. You pour out your heart, hoping for a breakthrough, and when the answer delays, discouragement tries to settle in. But don't let that heaviness take root. Remember, the deepest roots grow in seasons of waiting. Your growth is not wasted. In fact, it's in those hidden places, where no one applauds and no one notices, that the most powerful transformations occur. I know you're praying for miracles, for healing in your body, peace in your home, provision in your needs. And I want you to keep asking. But understand this, my greatest work often begins not in the change around you, but the change within you. As you surrender each burden, I'm reshaping your heart to receive my best. I'm preparing you not just for answers, but for abundance that won't overwhelm you. You've tried to fix everything on your own. You've exhausted yourself carrying what was never yours to hold. Let me take it. Truly. Lay it down and don't pick it back up again. I can handle what you cannot. And I will. You ask, why does it take so long? My beloved, timing is not delay, it's preparation. Just as a seed takes time to sprout, your breakthroughs are growing beneath the surface. Trust the process. I've never forgotten what I've promised you. Each time you choose to pray instead of panic, to worship instead of worry, to love instead of lash out, you are walking by faith. And I honor that. So breathe deeply. Release the fear. Let my peace wash over your soul like morning light breaking through the night. You don't have to see the whole path, just take the next step, and I'll be there. Always. My dear one. You've been carrying so much, responsibilities, expectations, unanswered questions. And though your lips may smile, your soul often whispers, I'm tired. Not just physically, but deep in your spirit. Tired of the striving. Tired of the silence. Tired of the weight no one else seems to notice. I see it all. And I want you to hear this clearly, you are allowed to rest. Rest is not failure. Rest is not weakness. It's a holy invitation, one that I extend with tenderness. You were never meant to run without pause, to give without receiving, or to battle without moments of stillness in my presence. Come. Sit with me. Not with more words. Not with more effort. Just be. Let your soul breathe again. In the quiet, I restore what has been depleted. I mend what is frayed. I refill what life has drained. My peace is not found in noise, nor in accomplishments, but in moments when you release control and lean into me fully. You don't have to prove anything to me. You don't need to perform to earn my favor. You already have my heart. When you've given everything and it still doesn't feel like enough, remember, it's not about how much you do, but how closely you walk with me. It's not the grand gestures, but the surrendered heart that moves me most. I see how you try to be strong for others. How you put on a brave face even when your own soul feels fragile. But let me be your strength. You weren't created to hold it all together. That's my job. And I'm very good at it. I don't want you living in cycles of burnout, swinging between passion and collapse. I want to teach you a rhythm of grace. A way of living that's steady, grounded, and rich with purpose, not pressure. You ask how to move forward when you're barely standing. The answer isn't to push harder. It's to lean more. Into me. Into my word. Into the truth that I carry those who cannot carry themselves. I've never been disappointed in your humanity. I designed you with limits so that you'd learn to live dependent on me, not on your own strength. So when exhaustion visits, don't resist it in shame. See it as a gentle knock, an invitation to step into the sanctuary of my rest. Let go of what's heavy. Set down the things you were never meant to carry. And let me remind you, you are not alone. You are not abandoned. You are not too far gone. You are mine. My beloved. You may not see it yet, but change is unfolding within you. Quietly, patiently, like the slow bloom of a flower after a long winter, I've been reshaping your inner world, healing old wounds, softening hardened places, awakening fresh hope. I know you've wondered if you're truly growing. Some days it feels like you've taken one step forward only to stumble 2 steps back. But even those stumbles have value. They teach, they refine, they humble, and I use them all. Don't measure progress by how flawless your days look. Measure it by how quickly you return to me. How your heart remains open even when your path is uncertain. That is growth. That is transformation. You've asked me about purpose. You've whispered questions into the night, unsure if your life carries significance. Let me answer you now, your life matters. Immensely. Every act of love, every choice to forgive, every unseen sacrifice, it all echoes in eternity. You may never fully grasp the impact of your obedience, but I see it. I count it. I celebrate it. You were not created to simply exist, you were made to radiate my light. Through your words, your actions, your compassion. Through the way you stand in grace even when life feels like a storm. And yes, storms will come. But so will my presence, steady and sure, anchoring you when everything else feels uncertain. You might not have the platform others do. You may not feel eloquent or extraordinary. But I delight in using the ordinary. It's through the humble that I often do my most powerful work. So keep loving even when it hurts. Keep praying even when it's quiet. Keep showing up, especially when no one notices. These small faith-filled choices are laying foundations for things far greater than you can imagine. And when fear whispers that you are not enough, respond with the truth, I am with you. I go before you. I live within you. You don't need to be perfect to be powerful in my hands. You simply need to be willing. Open-hearted. Available. So lift your head, my child. The road ahead may twist, but you won't walk it alone. I'll be beside you at every turn, guiding your steps, lighting your way, and filling you with courage you didn't know you had. Your best days are not behind you. They are being shaped even now by every yes you give to me. Let my joy be your strength. Let my peace anchor your spirit. Let my love define you. And always remember this. I have never stopped believing in you.